Hello humans, Master Dinnerflex here, bringing you the low quality content you deserve, and today, after basically 2 weeks, I'm going to go over the new Unchained cards. Yes, I was late, I was sick, blah blah, you know the story. But, unlike other videos I've seen, I'm going to go more into just what the Unchained cards can do without throwing in Evil Twins or Tour Guide, because one of those engines I think is okay, but the other I think is kind of on the Yugioh Pro Replay spectrum. I'll just tell you right now, I think the Evil Twin version assumes everything goes right for you, which is not how the game of Yugioh is played. And while Tour Guide is one of the most fragile starters of all time, it is actually just a one-card play. So if you can play besides that, or like have this combo I'm going to show off, literally Tour Guide not resolving doesn't matter. I think Tour Guide also gives you, it only takes up 4 deck slots, whereas the Evil Twin package takes up 14, which is a massive difference because this deck is still likes having a bunch of generic cards. So I don't think adding 14 cards to that equation is particularly great. But regardless, I want to show off this combo because I want to show you, without any outside influence, what Unchained can do by itself. And that's what we're going to do here. So for this quick combo, all you need is an Unchained Speller Trap and Shirvana. We're going to start off by setting the trap, then activating the new dog's effect. We can summon it very similarly to Sarama, where we just target a fiend or set card on the field, destroy it to summon itself. And because we destroyed a trap, we can go ahead and summon an Unchained out of the deck, and we will summon the new dog. This one has the effect where you can destroy cards on your side of the field, but we're going to ignore that for now. We're just going to use it for link material, and we are going to go into the new link, King Yama. Chain link 1 will be King Yama. We get to search any Unchained monster from our deck to our graveyard, or graveyard to our hand, I should say. And Shirvana, when it's sent to the graveyard period, we get to set an Unchained trap. We want to set one that's different from the one we just popped. So we will set Chamber, and then King Yama will search Aruha. Aruha will go ahead and destroy this to summon itself, and that, of course, the trap will summon another Unchained out of the deck. And this Unchained will be Sarama. Sarama will go ahead and set back Escape. This is a trap we want to have, but we can also do Chamber and whatnot. And we will set it back to our field, and the Aruha will trigger to summon any Unchained monster, period, out of the deck. It doesn't really matter what it is, because it's just going to be link material. And we are going to go into Rage. Now, for the final phase of this combo, we are going to activate the blue dog in the graveyard, where we can destroy a fiend or set we control to summon it out. But then King Yama's graveyard effect triggers when a card you control is destroyed. You can banish it to revive an Unchained out of the hand or graveyard. Then we can destroy a card we control, but we're just not going to do that. And then, of course, Sarama is going to trigger, and we are going to summon out a valid floater. We'll just do Rakea for this example, since it can interact on our opponent's turn if needed. Then we will overlay these 2 level 6 fiends under the Fiend Lock into High King Kaisar. Now, that's it. 2 Unchained cards set up this play. And this is anywhere from 4 disruptions, because we have Rage, we have Escape going to pop, and then we have 2 summon negations from Kaisar. But it can actually be up to 6, because whenever we pop one of those floaters, it can go into Unchained Soul, which can discard a card to get another pop, so that's 2 instead of 1. And then Rage can not just turn itself into Anguish, but into Unicorn, which again can discard a card to spin, so what would be 1 card being taken off the board is 2. So it can be up to 6 disruptions. And why is this so powerful? Well, because that was a 2-card combo. And more importantly, not a single non-Unchained monster was involved in setting up this play, which I do need to mention is pretty huge, and this is something that needs to be established before you decide to add it to another deck list. Unchained can make plays without that engine, So whatever engine you're going to add either needs to actively complement it, or it needs to, like all the other combo deck list, it needs to make what already was an Unchained hand good much better. And that's why I think the Tour Guide engine is slightly better than the Evil Twin version. I'm not sure about the Evil Eye version. There's still a lot of Fiend decks you can combine this with, because it's the biggest thing. How do I put this? Of all the insane power boosts this wave gave, I think something that will go truly underappreciated is that King Yama says 2 Fiend monsters, and I don't think I can stress how important of an upgrade that is. Basically, you going into Nightmare Unicorn when playing Unchained used to be only for emergency situations, because if you didn't go into Anguish instead, you could burn out your own engine, because there's nothing to get you back into Unchained plays if you go into Unicorn, unless you already had them still. So you would have to go into Anguish, and if it got popped, you could recycle and keep your engine going. But now, Unicorn's just a Fiend. Kaisar is just a Fiend. Tour Guide is just a Fiend. Now that your engine can be accessed with random Fiend monsters, you don't have to worry about keeping inline your engine, and you can deviate as long as you stay in Fiends, which I think is probably the most powerful, not the most powerful, but one of the most powerful aspects about this support, is now Fiends can keep you in the game without having to have souls or Unchained monsters specifically. And that is very nice. And I think this deck has a lot more synergy going into other decks than what it used to, because I remember when this deck was new, everyone was trying to throw it into another deck, whether it be Evil Eye or Evil Twin. But I think now it actually is much better at it than it was when people were trying it. But yep, that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and remember, Master Dinnerflax will take your soul.